Hello everyone. Let's continue study zOS enterprise computing. Today we will study DB2. All right, what is DB2? DB2 is a family of data management product, including database servers developed by IBM. They initially supported the relational model, but were extended to support object relational features and non-relational structures like JSON and XML. Initially released in 1983, now DB2 run on platforms like Z architecture, x86, Spark, IBM Power microprocessors. It is written in C, C++, assembly language, Java, IBM PLS, that's DB2. And next, tables and SQL, okay. Tables are at the core of DB2 database. However, a DB2 database involves more than just a collection of tables. A DB2 database also involves other objects, such as views and indexes, and larger data containers, such as table spaces. SQL means structured query language. SQL is the standard language for accessing data in relational database. All right, next, I need to change the mouse to pen. And next, we will look at the steps to develop DB2 database. First step is to run this statement, create a storage group. The create storage group statement create a storage group at the current server. The storage from the identified volumes can later be allocated for table spaces and index spaces. Here is an example to create storage group. It creates a storage group. This is a storage group name, and that's volumes ABC005 DF008. And then this DSNCAT is an integrated catalog facility catalog name. We go to next slide. Next step is to create a database. Step 1, create a storage group. Step 2, create a database. Create a database command initialize a new database with an optional user-defined collating sequence. Create 3 initial table spaces, create system tables, and allocate the recovery log file. And here is an example of this create a database. Create a database, that's a database name. This is a database name. This is a storage group. Storage group is a storage group name created in step 1. Next is create a table space. Create a table space statement define a table space at current server. The type of table space depends on the keyword specified. Here is our example. Create a table space this is a table space name. Table space name, and then this is in database. This step 2 create a database. So this is a database name. This is a database name. Okay, this is a table space name. Then that's a database name. And then this is a storage group. Okay, this is a storage group name. So first we step 1 create a that's a step 1. Step 1 create a data space name storage group. Then step 2 database. That's a step 2. Then step 3 table space. Okay, look at here. Step 1 create a storage group. Step 2 create a database. So when we create a table space, we need a storage group database. Okay, so this create a data table space. Primary, that's 50. This is KB. Okay, unit is kilobyte. Secondary is also KB, and then erase means what? Okay, data set needn't be erased. Erase equal to no. That means data set needn't be erased before they are deleted. Okay, that means erase equal to no. And then locking size is page. This means locking on table in space is taking place at page level. Okay, this parameter is locking on tables in table space is to taking place at page level. Then buffer pool is BP1. Okay, so associated table with buffer pool PB1. And then next is close, yes. So data set can be closed when no one is using table space. Okay, that's the meaning of those parameters. All right, then step 4, just create a table. So after create a storage group, create a database, create a table space, and then next is create a table. Okay. Create a table statement that define a table. The definition must include its name and the names and attribute of its column. And the definition can include other attributes of table, such as primary key and its table space. Okay, we will have examples when we have hands-on labs. All right, so when we want to use DB2 subsystem, we have to make 2 changes. First, we need to change the TSO logon procedure to DB PROCCG instead of this procedure. Okay, that's a TSO logon procedure. Next, we need to change DB2 default. DB2 subsystem is DBCG. Okay. So we will need to make these 2 changes. And then next, we need to create a data set. Okay, this data set is to store all SQL statement. Okay, it is a data set. Okay, and then we need to store SQL statement. All right, so we needed to give the identifier name and then type A, allocate. Now here we need to type in those parameters, okay? Space unit, primary quantity, secondary quantity, directory blocks, record format equal to fixed block, record length 80, block size 800. Important thing is here. It is a PDS, then we have to type in PDS. All right. Here it shows TSO logon procedure. Default is this one. We need to change to DB Okay. If it is already this one, we don't need to change. If it is not, we need to change this change to DB And then next is DB2 default. Okay. From this SPF menu, we use F8 key to move down, and then we can see there is here DB2. It will perform DB2 interactive function. So press D2, and then we need to change DB2 default. So here, menu D, and then select the menu D, we can set default. All right, the DB2 name a subsystem. If it is not a DBCG, we need to change it to DBCG. Okay, after this, we are ready to use spoofy. Okay, to use spoofy here, we need a data set to store the SQL statement. This is a PDS. It is a PDS, and then this is a data set name of SQL. And then when we run this SQL statement, it will generate output to here. So this is a PS dataset, okay? PS dataset. And then here we need to make changes like this. All right. This slide just show our example. First, drop the tables. First, create a table space, and then create a table. Okay, create a table space. Create a table. This table is very long. This table has a account number. Account number is 8-byte character, not null. It cannot be null. And then limit is a decimal number, 9-byte whole number, and then 2 decimal places. Balance, 9-byte whole number, 2 decimal places. And then surname, 20 characters. First name, 15 characters. Address 1, 25 characters. Address 2, 20 characters. Address 3, 15 characters. Reserved, 7 characters. And comments, 50 characters. Then primary key is account number. That means this account number is used as a primary key. And then next is create unique index. So this table has index, okay, and it uses account number as index, okay. So when we create a table space, this is a table space name. This is a database. This is a database. This is a table space name. And then create a table. This is a table name. Okay, this is a table name. And this is an index name. Index name, that means this table has the index. Index name is here. It uses account number as index. And it will use a storage group. This is a storage group. All right. Buffer pool, PBO, then close. Close equal to no. Primary 12. Okay, that's KB, right? KB. And then erase is no. Erase no. Buffer pool is PBO, close on. That is one SQL statement. Okay. All right, let's look at hands-on lab. Before going to hands-on lab, as usual, I'd like to thank these three persons. These three persons make this hands-on lab possible. All right, we need to connect to zOS. Log into TSO, enter ID. Okay, first we confirmed this one. That's when we use DB2, the log on procedure must be this one. It's already this one. I don't need to change, so I just type in. I just to type in password. Now it's connecting, and take 15 seconds. We are using zOS version 2.3. And connected. And then from this ISPF menu, use F8 key, press F8. So look here, it has DB2. DB2 perform DB2 interactive functions. So we use this D2 menu, D2. And we need to confirm default, DB2I default. Confirm D, so here type D. All right, it is already a DBCG, no need to change. All right. So we need to confirm that PDS dataset. All right, PDS dataset. Let's go back, press F3, and let's go to check, and go to check number two, edit, number 2 edit. So under this identifier, we have SQL PDS. Okay, all these are SQL statement. So today we will use this one. Okay, here we can look at what we generated. This file is we can look at it, use browse, invalid. Okay, we can select. So look at here. This is DB2 intro PS. This file is not generated here. It is generated under D2. Okay, we just want to confirm the contents here. And then let's exit. It is not generated here. And we go back here. One more file I need to confirm. And it is, and not this one, exit. So let's confirm. Use number 3, number 4, and then if we want to confirm all the file under my user ID, I just use asterisk, follow asterisk, then hit enter. Okay, these are all the files under my ID. So F8 key, F8 key, F8 key, and look at here. These are PS dataset. This dataset, for example, this file. This PS dataset is one. When we run that SQL statement, it will say generate the output. The output will be saved here. Of course, we can change this name. We can change this name. Okay. So we don't change this name here. We will change it under spoofing. All right. And so let's go back, press F3, press F3 key. And let's go press F3 key again. From ISPF top menu and press F8 key. And D2, some menu is here. So we will perform DB2 interactive functions. We use D2. Okay. We already confirmed that DB2I default setting, it is okay. So we just use number 1 as spoofing, okay? We use number 1, we type 1 spoofing. All right. So look at here. Here we need to have a data set for SQL we will generate. We confirmed what we have. We have a DB2 intro. This is a member and then single quotation. Look at here. Under spoofing, once you want to give the data set name, you have to put it inside quotation, okay? Single quotation, inside quotation. And then when we run this SQL statement, it will generate a result to here. Now we can change this file name. We can change it to just DB2 output, okay? Output. So when we run this SQL program, it will generate a result and then save it here, okay? This is a PS dataset. This is a PDS. This program is a member of this PDS dataset. And then they keep these parameters no, all others on, all right? Now, we determined where is SQL code is, and then where it will put output. Then hit enter. Then just hit enter. All right. So we are familiar with this ISPF editor because so far we use this editor to write a COBOL program and the JCL code. Now today we will use this editor to write DB2 SQL statement. SQL statement, and I will put a column number on. So first 2 column dash means comments, okay? So we don't have permission to run, create a storage group. The administrator at Marist College already generate storage group for us. And also we don't have permission to generate a database. And so the administrator at Marist College also generate a database for us. So this is our database, okay? So this is our database, TN state is a database. So this has on, we will just start from where? We just start from create a table space, and this is a database, then this is a table space name. This is a table space name, okay? Because I already run it once, first thing I need to drop this table space, and then I can run this code, okay? If you look at here, I already comment out all the lines. This dash dash means comments. So I already comment all, I just confirm, I comment on, no, I didn't comment all of this. I need to comment out of this also. And go back. And all right. So basically, I comment out all the lines. Now I will demonstrate to you first. I need to run this line, drop the table space. Why I demonstrate this one? Because I already create a table space once. So here I need to first drop it, and then I can next create again. Okay. If this table space already created, you try to run this table space again, it will generate error. All right. So again, this is a database name. It is already generated. We don't have permission to generate this data space. And then this is a table space name. I can decide the table space name. So I just use letter S followed by last 5 digits of my user ID. That is a table space name. Okay. And then here, if you just hit F3, that means exit F3, exit from here. Exit from here, this spoofie will save it automatically. Okay, I will show you. So if I just hit F3, of course, if you want, you can type save. Even you don't type save, spoofie will save it for you. Okay, from here, press F3. See, look at here. It shows editing. That means this editing is completed. If we press enter, it will run. Okay. Now press enter. Okay. Press enter. All other lines, they are comments. It just runs first line. First line, it will do what? It will just drop the table space. Okay, drop the table space. And so this table space is dropped. All right. And then we can go back to starting from here, create a table space. Okay. So let's go back and oh, by the way, this is output of that SQL code. It is saved under here. See, it is saved under this PS dataset. And all right, it is dropped. Then we can go back F3. Go back, then hit enter. We can continue work on this SQL code. All right, hit enter. We just hit enter. So here, because we already dropped the table, I comment out this line. Now we want to generate the table space. Okay, we will uncomment this line, uncomment this line, uncomment this line, uncomment this line. So from line 100 to line 400, it is one statement. It is one statement. This statement will create table space. Okay, the table space name is here. I use the table space name start from S. Okay, followed by last 5 digits of my user ID. This is a database. Oh, by the way, whether we can change the keyword to different color. Let's see it. Let's see whether we can do it. Number 3 hide, number 3 highlight. So DB2 is on the list or not? DB2, DB2. DB2 is not on the list. And that's we cannot change it to different color. All right, let's just continue. Press F3. All right. So from line 100 to line 400, it is one statement. Okay. At the end of at each line, if there is no semicolon, that means next line will continue. Okay, continue to this line. So from here to here, and then it has a semicolon. Semicolon means the end of this statement. Okay, this statement create a table space. Then that's a table space name. This is a database name. And then using storage group, that is a storage group name, okay? Primary 20 kilobyte, secondary 20 kilobyte, erase equal to no, log size page, log max system, buffer pool PBO, close no, then compress yes, then when it can come to this semicolon, that means it finish this statement, all right? So let's just run it. All right. So if you just press F3, Spoofy will save it automatically. Okay. Let's just go back, press F3. See, session has editing session has completed. Then if we just hit enter, it will run. And then it will only run this statement. It only runs this statement. What it say? Statement execution was successful. Okay, that means this statement execution was successful. Again, these results are saved to this PS dataset. So next, let's continue work on this SQL statement. And let's press F3 key. Here, hit enter, we continue work on this file. All right, so we already run this, create a table space. We just commented out these lines. Next, we wanted to create a table on this table space. So here, uncomment this line, uncomment this line, this line, this line, this line. So this, not it, go to next page. Okay, so from line, and let's go back here. From line 700 to line 1900 is one statement. This statement will do what? This statement, go back. This statement will create a table. This is a table name. User determine table name. Here I use T followed by my 5 characters of my account. So here, this is a table name. The user determine the table name. So this table, one record has those field, okay? So account number is 8 characters, and it cannot be null, okay, not null. And then limit numeric limit, consider it's a banking account, it has limit and balance. So limit is decimal 92, and the balance decimal 92. 9 means 9 whole number, 2 means 2 decimal places. And then surname 20 characters, first name 15 characters, address 1 25 characters, and then address 2 20 characters, address 3 15 characters, reserved 7 characters. And not finished, continue to the next page. And then comments 50 characters. Primary key, it use account, okay? Account number is primary key. Create this table in which database? Look here. This is a database name. This is a database name. And this is what? This is a table space name. So create a table in this database, in this table space, all right? Then semicolon, it is end of the create a table statement. All right, create a table statement. Let's go back here. From line 700, create this table in this table space, okay? And then here to save time, I can also run another command. It is this one, create a unique index. Okay, from line 2210 to line 2500 is one common statement. This statement will create a unique index. This X is an index name, user determine index name. In this case, I use X followed by 5 characters of my user ID. And then this is a table, okay? The table name generated here. And that's a table name. And then account associated with account number. Using storage group is TN state is a storage group, okay? Primary 12, erase no, buffer pool, PBO, close no. And then when it reach here, it is end of this statement, okay? So this part is one statement. All right, we finish editing, then we just run what we edited. So you don't need to save. You just, if you like, you can save. You just press F3, it will be saved automatically. F3. All right, editing session completed. Now, if you press enter, it will run. So the execution result is saved in this file. It says first, all those lines, they are comments. We commented out, we don't need to read them. We can check this is a statement, press F8 key. Then this statement execution was successful. After that, we also run this statement, right? This statement execution was successful. All right. And then let's go back to continue work on SQL statement. Hit enter. Table is created, so we just comment out this line, comment out this line, comment out this line, comment out this line, comment all of them because it's already created. Then if you don't comment all them, run it again, it will generate error. Okay, comment out this line, comment out this line. Also comment out create a unique index. All right, so now let's try to insert some data into this table. We already create this table. we create this table. This table is created. And then now we try to insert the data. Insert the data, okay, that's insert into this. We comment out this line. Not finish it. Let's go to next page. That's insert one more data here. Insert one more. And let's try to insert another one. Okay, insert the 3 data. After insert the 3 data, we can try to select, run this statement. This statement, it will do what? It will select all from the table. This is a table, okay, we created. And let's go to the beginning, go back. Oh no, go to here. Okay, after create a table, here we create a table. Now that table already exists. Then we insert the data, okay, from line 2810, insert into this table, okay, into this table. Now the data, what we will insert, so that is account number, then account number, then limit, then balance, right? So surname, first name, and then address 1, address 2, address 3, address 4, reserved comments. Okay, that's from line 2810 to line 3110. When we reach a semicolon, it means end of one statement. And then from line 3200 to line 3900 is another data insert into this table. And the record is here. That's account number, limit, this is balance, then surname, and first name, address 1, address 2, address 3, reserved comments, and then the end of this statement. Then the third data is also here. Insert another data into this table. The data is here, account number, limit, balance, then surname, first name, address 1, address 2, address 3, reserved comments. Okay, after insert these 3 data, now try to use select all from this table. That is one statement. Select all, asterisk means all. Select all from this table. All right, so let's see, let's run it. We already inserted 3 data. So let's run it and press F3. Edit session has completed. Then press enter to continue, press enter. That means run. Okay, all these are comments. We don't read them. Let's keep going. First, it will run this statement, insert the data. Then what it say? It says statement execution was successful. That means the insert first data was successful. And then it run this statement. And then it says statement execution was successful. That means this data, this is second data is inserted. And then it run this statement. And then it says statement execution was successful. And next, we also run this statement, select all from the table. So it will output all record in the table. That's account, the limit, okay, then the balance, surname, first name. This table is very long, very big. For example, if you wanted to see the right, then you can use F11 right, F11 right, okay? You can see address 1, address 2, address 3 reserved comments, okay? If you want to see left, you press F10 key, F10 key. All right. So that's how we insert the data. Now let's try to do more. Let's go back, press F3, then hit enter. All right, we already insert the data. So we don't want to insert the same data. If we run data again, it will insert the same data. So we just comment them out, comment all these line out. Next page, comment all these line out, then okay, comment them out. We also comment this line, select all. We already see the result. So let's see what we can do. We can try run this, select the surname, first name from this table. That means from this table, we only want to check a surname and the first name. And then we can also do this one. Let's see. This command, we will select the surname, first name from here, from this table, where balance is larger than 5,000. Yes, let's try to run this statement also. After that, we can try to update the table. How to update the table? We can run this statement. Okay, we can update this table, set surname to Trump, first name to Donald, where the account number is this person. Okay, why I do this? Maybe first, let's go back here. I will show you all. And let's first select also run this one. And because, look at here. And this account, go back here. This account is last 3 digits 73797. Next. Oh, this account last 3 digits is 801 and 809. Okay, they are Washington, Jefferson, then first. Here is also Washington. There are 2 accounts, George Washington. So we need to change one of them to Donald Trump. And all right, that's why it is example show how to update a table. This table has 2 George Washington. We need to update the table. Next, how to update the table? That's here is we change this account, change it to Donald Trump. All right, so now let's run it. Go back F3. So editing session completed, then press enter. These are comments. We don't need to read them. Let's go to check. Let's go to check this one. First, it will run, select all from the table. The output is here. The output is here. Look at here. In this table, there are 2 accounts George Washington here. There are two George Washington here. Then that's why we need to update the table. And anyway, this select all statement execution was successful. Next, we want to run this statement. Select the surname, first name from this table. So the output only output the first name and surname and first name. Then statement execution was successful. Next. Okay, here we try to run this statement. Try to find the balance is larger than 5,000. And it, there is no output. That means there is no person whose balance is larger than 5,000. Let's go back. We should find this output, Jefferson. Its balance is larger than 5,000. Let's see output. There is an error. Okay, some error here. That's okay. We can do next time. Here it try to replace this data. Update. This is a statement to update the table, set the surname to Trump for this account. For some reason, it has some error. It shows the illegal use of keyword update. It is illegal to use update of this keyword. Let's go back to check it. Here, hit enter. We've created a table, insert the data to the table, and go to next. And select the first name from table where balance is larger than 5,000. Then next, update the date table with account number. It looks like okay. It looks like okay. And because of a time limit, I have to stop here. And to summarize, today we start DB2. We learn how to create a table, how to insert the data into the table, and then how to select. So we have some error here, but next video I will fix it. Next video I will go deeper about SQL. All right. So that's all for today.